Good morning, guys. In the last session, we completed our implementation for dashboard and we completed the implementation for add inquiry page also. Today, we need to work on view inquiries and we need to work on the filter and we need to work on edit and update the inquiry status. Okay, so let us go to our application now. Counselor portal is our application. So let me run the application.java, right click, debug as Spring Boot application. Now this application will run on the port number 8080. So let's go here, localhost colon 8080. The port number we are using, that is localhost colon 8080. So the login page will come. There we can log in and we can work on our operations. So today, mainly we need to focus on view inquiries, guys. So login page opened, then you can log in here. So I have account already, robot@gmail.com, robot@123, click on login. So we are able to log in and we are able to see the dashboard. We can add the inquiry. Okay, fine. Now I want to implement view inquiries page. When I click on view inquiries, I'm not getting anything. So when we click on view inquiries, I want to retrieve the inquiries which are available in the table and I want to display. Let's go to inquiry controller. So there is no method available to handle the view inquiries here. So we should write one method which is used to get all the inquiries available in the database based on the person who logged in into our application. So by using session, we can get the person who logged in into the application. Based on that person ID, we can get the inquiries and we can display in the web page. So I'm writing one method, public string get inquiries. So to get the inquiries, I need counselor ID. So for that, I'm taking servlet request object and I'm taking model object to send the data to the UI. So HTTP servlet request object I'm taking as a parameter and I'm going to return view inquiries page. View inquiries page.html. Fine, some page I'm writing. Let us map this to a get request view inquiries. So I'm mapping to a get method by using get mapping / view inquiries. So this is the URL pattern. So I'm writing one method. It is going to return view inquiries page. Okay. Now, so here to get the inquiries, first I need the counselor ID. So I'm going to get the existing session object. I'm going to get the existing session object by using this request. I will get the existing session. From the session, I'm going to get the counselor ID. When the person logged in, when the person is logged in, we are going to store that person ID in the session. Okay. So by using that session, I'm going to get the counselor ID. With that counselor ID, I can get the inquiries. Inquiry service dot get all inquiries based on the counselor ID. So which is going to give me list of inquiries, guys. So I'm going to get the inquiries list here. Okay. Inquiry list I'm going to get. This inquiry list I will send to the UI. So for that I will use model dot add attribute key comma value. Key you can keep anything. I'm keeping the key as inquiries and value inquiry list. So this is a method, view inquiries method. So whenever user click on the view inquiries hyperlink, then we need to display a page like this with the inquiries in the table format, and we need to display a filter form also. Filter form we will add later. First we need to display the inquiries in the table format. So view inquiries page we need to build. So when you click on this hyperlink called view inquiries, now I want to get the inquiries which are belongs to who logged in into our application. Simple. If you log in into Gmail, then your emails will be displayed. If I log in into Gmail, my emails will be displayed. If I log in into Amazon, my orders will display. If you log in into Amazon, your orders will be displayed. Similarly, which person logged in our application, so that person inquiries only we need to display. So that is the reason, if you see in the login method, counselor controller is having a login method. When the person login successfully, we are storing that person ID in the session. So counselor will log in, that counselor ID we are storing in the session object. Then in the inquiry controller, at the time of adding the inquiry, we are getting the counselor ID. At the time of retrieving the inquiries also, we are getting the counselor ID. So with that counselor ID, we are getting all the inquiries and we are storing in the model object. Inquiries list is available. So this is the page that we need to develop. In this page, we can access the list of inquiries belongs to this counselor by using this key. View inquiries page that I have to create. Go to templates. Go to templates. In the templates, create one new page, that is view inquiries page .html. So this is our HTML page. For this HTML page, again, Bootstrap is required. So get to bootstrap.com, go to the documentation of the Bootstrap, copy this HTML, a template which will give the Bootstrap CSS and Bootstrap JS. So as discussed, everything we are going to write inside the container so that margins will be adjusted according to the requirement. Div class is equal to container. Then we are going to specify view inquiries here. H1 tag I am writing, and I'm going to display here view inquiries here. For this also we need a menu. Okay, dashboard.html. So a menu is required for us. So in the menu, for the view inquiry, hyperlink is available. Now I need to replace this hyperlink with this URL pattern. So whenever you click on view inquiries, then it will call this method. This page will get that form. Dashboard.html. I have modified the menu links here. Take this menu in all the other pages. In the inquiry form also, I need to update the menu. View inquiries added. Right. Then in the view inquiry page also, we need to display the menu. Right. So inside this, above the container, sorry, inside the container only, we are displaying the menu. Right. So after the menu is available, we are writing one line HR. HR tag we are writing to display a line. So view inquiries is having the hyperlink now. So when you click on that view inquiries, it will go to a method in the controller. That method will get the session. With that session, we will get the counselor ID. With that counselor ID, we will get the list of inquiries and we will send them to the UI by using model.add attribute. So a page we are returning. In that page, we are going to print the data in the table format. Okay. So first let us run the application and check it. Is it working? Is that page loading or not? If that page is loading, then we will see how to print the list of records in the table format. So from the controller, we are sending list of inquiries. Those list of inquiries we need to display in the UI in a table format. So in the UI, in the table format, we need to display the data. Like this, we need to display the data. Okay. So our application getting started. That's fine. Now go back here, log out, log in again. Now let me log in into our application. Robot is one counselor. Login. Yes. Go to view inquiries. Yes. View inquiry page is coming, but the table is not coming. We need to print the data in the table format like this. So how to print a table? How to print the table? Already from the controller, we are getting the data in the form of list. This list of records, I want to print in the HTML page as a table. Okay, so that is view inquiries page.html. So to print the data in the table format, I'm going to use table. I'm going to use a table. Inside the table, we are going to use table header. TR table header will be available. Okay, table head we are going to take. Then table body also we are going to take. T head and T body we are going to take. In the table header TH, we are going to display the name of the student, okay, the course that they want to join, the mode that they want to join, course name and training mode, and their phone number, and status of this inquiry. Status of this inquiry I will display, and action. One edit also we need to display. Okay, this is basic table header, guys. So let us see the table header is displaying or not. Yes, it is coming like this now. Name, course, mode, phone number, status, edit. Okay, now I need to print the data in the table body. I need to print the data in the table body. To print the data in the table body, we are going to use TR, guys, table row. Inside the table row, we need to take the table data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 columns are required. For every row, 6 columns are required. Okay, so that is going to become our table data. Currently, there is nothing in the table data. Let me print some sample data for now. Suppose, for example, if I keep John, John is coming here. This is the static data. Now I need to fetch the dynamic data. To fetch the dynamic data, controller is sending the data, list of inquiries it is sending by using model.add attribute. This is the key, this is the value. Using this key, we can access the value. For that, we are going to use TR. So TH colon each, time leaf colon each is equal to, for each inquiry, I need to create one row. So dollar of inquiries, dollar of inquiries. So what is the meaning of this TH colon each ENQ inquiries? So for inquiries list is available. Controller is sending list of inquiries. Inquiry list it is sending by using key and value. Using this key, you can get the value. For that, we are using one option that is called time leaf colon each. I'm telling to time leaf, boss, from this inquiries list, you take one inquiry, you create one row. Then take the second inquiry from the list, create another row. For every inquiry, one table row should be created. For every row, 6 columns should be created. Then how to access that data? TH colon text is equal to, TH colon text is equal to dollar of ENQ dot name. ENQ dot name. So what is the variable value available? Stu name is available. So let me access the ENQ dot stu name. That is a student name. Similarly, we need to write it for the course. What is the course that we are giving here? In the inquiry object, course name is available. Okay, inquiry dot course name of the student. So basically, we are getting list of inquiries to the UI. In the UI, we are iterating that list. How to iterate a list in the time leaf? To iterate a list in the time leaf, we will use TH colon each. It is something like a for each loop, guys. This is the list. From the list, take one object, store into this variable. Using this variable, you get the object data. So from the list, take one object, store into this variable. ENQ represents one object. Take the object data. Okay. So similar to this one, we need to print the remaining values also. Name, course name, then course mode. Inquiry object is available, course mode, which is nothing but our class mode. After the class mode, we are going to print the phone number. So student phone number we are taking, okay, student phone number. Then after, inquiry status is available. So how to print the inquiry status? So ENQ status is the variable name. So object dot variable name, it will give the value. Then edit, for the edit I need to display one hyperlink, guys. Ahref is equal to something like this, edit I am going to give. So this is a table which is going to print inquiries which are belongs to the robot. Now my code is modified, the HTML page is modified as required, then refresh it. Yes, when I refresh, all the inquiries of this robot we are getting. I need to print a serial number also. So how to print the serial number? Let me take this one, or inquiry ID I can print. Okay, inquiry ID I'm going to print. So to print the inquiry ID, th:\text inquiry, what is the ID? ENQ ID is available. ENQ ID is available. So you can print it. Inquiry ID is available, name is available, course available, mode available, phone number, status, edit option. But this table is not displaying properly. I want to implement some bootstrap table. So go to bootstrap website. In the bootstrap website, you can find out the table related CSS classes. Okay. So in the components, if you see, there will be one option, Control F, tables option will be available. Okay, content tables. How to represent a table with proper alignment, with proper margin? So you just need to give class is equal to table. If you give class is equal to table, this is a predefined class in the bootstrap. It will change the look and feel of your table. So go to this one, table is available. Just give class is equal to table. That's it. I'm just giving class is equal to table, bootstrap class. Then refresh. Now we are getting a proper table. Now we are getting the proper table. Now see, just we are adding one class. If I don't add this class here, my table is looking very ugly. My table display is very ugly. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. So that's why I'm using bootstrap. So what I am doing here, for this table, I'm going to give table class is equal to table. That's it. If I give table class is equal to table, my table is displaying with the bootstrap. A proper alignment is coming for the table. Now for the table, I want to give some border also. I want to give some border also for the table. To give the border for the table, one more class is available, which is table bordered. There is a class, table bordered class is available. If you give bordered class, proper border is coming for the table. Okay. And I want stripes also. Every next line, every alternate line, I want to highlight. So for that, you can use one more class in the bootstrap, which is table striped. If you give table striped, then every next line is highlighted. Now you see stripes are coming for every alternate line in the table. So this is the advantage of using bootstrap here. So if I don't use bootstrap, so if I remove this class available for the table display is very bad, right? If I remove it and refresh, table displaying like this. Writing our own CSS for this table is difficult. So that's why we are using bootstrap in our page. If you see, bootstrap CSS is included, bootstrap JS is also included. Now in this bootstrap, we are going to use table class we are going to apply. Class is equal to table, table bordered, table striped. Then our table display got changed. So what are the options available for the tables we can see? You can display the table options like this also. For danger colors also you can apply. Okay, table class primary, table class, TR class primary, secondary, success, danger. So if you give a class for the TR, then the colors also going to change, right? So like this striped rows you can do, as I told you, table striped I have given. Striped columns also if you want you can apply. Striped columns also will be striped. Table striped, table striped columns also you can stripe. Striped columns you can give, then refresh. Yes, rows are striped and columns also striped here. So like this you can use the table classes according to your requirement. Rows I am using striping, columns I am not using striping for that. And let us see what are the other options available for the table. Table success, table striped, hoverable tables, table over, that means whenever you keep cursor, that line should be highlighted. So table H over we can configure. Currently, when I go for my table, when I keep a cursor, it is not getting highlighted. Okay, this is my table. When I keep a cursor, it is not getting highlighted. If you want to highlight that, then table h over class you can configure. Now refresh it. Okay, so when I keep my cursor, that line will be highlighted. That line will be highlighted. Table over class is available. Active tables, table active class, highlight a table row or cell by adding active. So there are several classes available. So in the table, there are several classes available. Table borders, if you want border, you can use. Okay, so table bordered class I have used already. Then table without border, borderless table you can create. Okay, borderless, small tables, padding you can apply. Table grouping is also possible for the table. Vertical alignment, if you want to do, if there is a more data in the column, vertical alignment you can do for the column, right? So some columns are having lot of data, then I want to align them. Class align top, align bottom, alignment is available. Okay, for that column you can do the alignment also. Nesting tables also will work. Table, so header, table light, t head class, table light class we are giving. For the table header, if you want to give a different color, now table header does not have a different color. I want to give you a different color for the table. So in the header, class is equal to table light. When I give class is equal to table light, it is not changing here. Let me give class is equal to table. Then let me remove the stripings. Table striped I have removed. Table h over I am going to configure. Table light. Now when I keep a cursor, that line is getting highlighted. Okay, table dark. If you give table dark, then the dark color will come for the header. Now my header is coming with the dark color. So t head class I have changed it to table dark. The dark color is coming for my table. So table footer you can add, captions you can add for the table small. So there are so many classes available, guys. Responsive table. What is the meaning of responsive table? Let us see. When I minimize this table as per my mobile view, when I response the table, now see that is it responsive table or it is not responsive table now? It is not responsive. It is not displaying proper when I am adjusting for the mobile screen. So if you want to make it responsive, then you can add one more class, table responsive class you can add. Okay, so div class is equal to table responsive. You can keep this table inside a div. That div you are going to make as a responsive. Then it will adjust according to your device size, guys. So some people will use application in the mobile. Some people will use application in their system. Okay, system screen size, laptop screen size, mobile screen size is different. So if you want to adjust your web page according to your mobile screen size, then you need to make them as a responsive. So I'm making my table as a responsive by using a class table responsive. Then refresh our web page. Okay, so for laptop there is no change, but when you go for mobile view, so the table has to adjust as per the mobile view. So this side scrolling is coming when we are going for the responsive tables. So you can add lot of bootstrap classes. These all are the predefined classes which are available in the bootstrap. Okay, so these are the bootstrap classes which are available. According to our requirement, we can add it. Now see, the table look and feel completely changed. The look and feel of the table completely changed when we add bootstrap for this. Okay, suppose if I remove this bootstrap class, the table looks very bad, right? Now you see, refresh it. It is not looking good at all. So that's why it is always recommended to use bootstrap concepts when we are developing UI pages. Now from this page, we change it to this page. Come on, guys. So do you like the bootstrap now?
Yes.
Do you like the bootstrap now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
So the
Sir,
bootstrap
earlier,
I
I think before bootstrap, I think what has been used like JSP, I think tag, right?
Sorry?
Now, so before bootstrap, I think what have been used in I think Java like the
CSS.
Custom
sir.
CSS.
Bootstrap is not related to Java. It is basically related
Framework.
to HTML web pages. .NET people will use Bootstrap. Python people will use Bootstrap. Angular people will use Bootstrap. React people, everyone will use Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a framework to apply styles for the web pages. Before the Bootstrap, people use it to write the CSS manually. So whatever the class I am writing, table, so these are the predefined classes. So for these classes in the background, 100 to 200 lines of CSS code will be available. Instead of we are writing 200 lines of CSS code, we are using predefined classes in the Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a front-end framework.
For CSS to have a, I think, some library like, okay.
Yeah, to simplify the CSS, we are using this Bootstrap. So in the background, these are all CSS they are using. This much of CSS is working in the background.
Okay. So can you please ping this link, let the get
Just getbootstrap.com. That's it. Getbootstrap.com documentation. Whatever the UI pages you want, whatever the UI you want to add, grid if you want to add, like this you can apply the grid. You want to develop the forms, form development. You want to develop the range like this. So in the e-commerce applications, price ranges will be available. If you want to give a range field in your form, you can give like this. Form validations if you want to develop, right? So if you click on submit button, this kind of validations will come. So by using Bootstrap, you can do this kind of validations also. According. So I want to implement according. If you see in our Ashok IT website also, I have implemented according. When you go to our new website, when you click on any particular course, according is available. About the course content, prerequisite. These are the accordings. And how can I practice? According. Another according. Like this. So whatever you want. Suppose if you want to implement some alert messages, like this alert. Some buttons if you want to implement, button related classes available. Carousel if you want to implement. What is the meaning of carousel? Images will be scrolling. So in our website also carousel is available. So carousel means, so the images will be scrolling in our website. This is carousel. So all these things in the web application, people will implement by using Bootstrap. Navigation bar. So in our project, navigation bar is available. That navigation bar I have taken from the Bootstrap only. Okay. So
Ashok, one thing, Ashok. So actually in Ashok IT, we have something like UI full stack, right?
Yes.
CSS,
In the UI full stack, they will teach you all these things.
So they'll cover React, everything, right?
You in the UI full stack, that is complete 4 months training UI full stack. They will teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Node.js, React.js, MongoDB, all those things.
Okay, Angular also they will cover, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Like this, pagination can be implemented. By using Bootstrap, you can do the pagination also. So if you go through this getbootstrap.com, you can find out all the UI related stuff, guys. Okay. Whatever the UI that you want to apply for your project, you can find out all these things here.
You will find a document, Asha.
Sorry?
You will find a document in website all.
Yeah, this is getbootstrap.com, official website only.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now we are able to develop our page. Okay, view dashboard page is available. Add inquiry, view inquiries is also available. View inquiry page is coming like this because I'm using a Bootstrap table. Now, the most important thing here, we need to implement a filter. Okay, so the inquiries are displaying and we need to implement a filter here. We need to implement a filter here. So what is the filter that we want? You see in the requirement, class mode, course, status, search. So if I select the class mode as online, only online inquiries should come. If I select course Java and search, Java inquiries should come. If I select the status as open and click on search, open inquiry should come. So the filter should work based on the requirement. So dynamic filter we need to apply. Okay, so currently in our page, the filter is not available. View dashboard, add inquiry, view inquiries available. Then in the view inquiries page, I want to give the form to filter the data. Okay, so let me make some changes to the controller. So view inquiries page should have a form to filter the data. So to have a form to filter the data, I'm going to send a binding object. I'm going to send a binding object, form binding object. Filter request class we created. If you see view inquiry filter request, this is one binding class we have created. This binding class is used to represent filter conditions. What are the filters that user is going to select? Based on the filter, we need to fetch the records. Okay, so for this, first I need to create a object to bind the filter form, right? So for this, I'm going to create in the same method, which page is loading the view inquiries. So in that page only one form should come above the table, one form should come to filter the records. For this form, binding object is required. So for this, I'm going to use view inquiries filter request. Okay, filter request is equal to new view inquiries filter request. Model dot add attribute of key comma value. So this is view inquiry filter. So that is a filter request object. So when I'm loading view inquiries page, I'm sending filter request object for the binding. Now in the view inquiries page, just below the above the table, I need to display one form. Okay. So for this, let me take the form tag here, form action. Okay. So it is going to be th:\action and binding object is available. That is the th:\object, th:\action, and we are going to use th:\object. That is for binding and act method. What is the request method that you want to send? I want to submit this form, so it is going to be a post request. So th:\action. So action we will represent with the URL pattern, which is filter inquiries. So whenever you submit this form, it should go to filter inquiries, th:\object, form binding object we are setting. So when the view inquiries page is loading, I'm sending a binding object for the filter form. So take this binding object key, then map it to the form th:\object, and form search form I want to submit along with the post request. Okay, here also I want to display one table. The form will be available in the single row. Okay, in the single row, I'm going to display all the search fields. Okay, so one table row only. In that table row, multiple TDs we are going to take. So what is the TD? First one, I'm going to display here first filter class mode. Okay, or course name, anything is fine. Guys, class mode I'm going to give, that is input type is equal to text, and th:\field, that is variable name. Okay, then I will give this TD, one TD, which will represent a class mode. What is the field we want to map it? Class mode or course name, anything. Class mode is the field. So let me take this as a class mode field. Now you refresh your web page and check it. Is it loading or not? Okay, just above the table, one input field and one drop down. So class mode, it's not a text field, guys. Basically, we need to make it as a drop down. So this drop down already we have added in the add inquiry page. Add inquiry form.html available. There we displayed a drop down. The training mode, course, inquiry we have added, right? Inquiry status we have added. Okay, same drop downs I want. Training mode, that is class mode. Go to inquiry page.html, class mode. I will add as a drop down. Okay, so in this TD, I will display class mode drop down as a select option. Okay, now refresh this, view inquiries. Yes, mode is coming. So let me give some label for this one inside the TD. So I will give this as class mode. Then one filter will come. Class mode filter is coming. Okay, view inquiries, class mode. Then after class mode, I need to give the course name. For the course name also, there is a drop down available. Okay, let me take this course drop down. In the filter, I have given course name only. In this another TD, in the single row, we are displaying all the fields, right? So course name I'm giving. This is another drop down for the filtering. Okay, then refresh this page. We are getting class mode drop down, course name drop down also coming. Status we want, inquiry status we need to filter the data. There is another drop down available in the inquiry form, inquiry status, take this value, inquiry status. In the filter also, I have given inquiry status, form binding. So let me create another TD now. So this is a table row, this is one TD, and this is another TD. It should be inside this one, right? Course name. Now I need another TD. Inside this TD, I need to add this drop down to filter the inquiries. Yeah, this is inquiry status drop down. Then I need to have one more TD for the button. Okay, input type is equal to submit, then value is equal to search or filter. Okay, go here, refresh it. Now we are getting class mode, course name, inquiry status. Search option is coming. Button is not looking good. I want to make it as a green color button. So give some bootstrap class for that. Class is equal to button, and I will give the color as primary button. And refresh. Yes, search button is coming for us. So you go to view dashboard, dashboard page is coming. You go to add inquiry, inquiry form is available. View inquiries, inquiries are displaying in the table format, and a filter form is available. When I click on Java and click on search, only Java inquiries should come based on the logged in counselor. Based on the logged in counselor, Java inquiries should come. Okay, so we need to implement this action. Filter inquiries action we need to implement. So before going to implement filter condition, are you able to understand view inquiry page development I have done today? So earlier we have completed dashboard, we have completed add inquiry. Today we have implemented view inquiry page. So when you click on view inquiry page, what is happening here? We are going to inquiry controller. We implemented one method called view inquiries method. We have implemented view inquiries method. So when you log in, the navigation bar will display with the view inquiries. In this view inquiries, we are getting the session object. From the session, we are getting the counselor ID. With the counselor ID, we are getting the list of inquiries. Whoever is logged in, only that person inquiries will come. We are storing that inquiries in the model. This is used to send the data from controller to UI. Then we have created a filter request object. What is this? Search form binding object. Okay, this is search form binding object. Right? So in the same page, we are displaying the records in the table format. For that, we are sending the list, and we are displaying a search form also to filter the data. Okay, so then view inquiries page.html, view inquiries option is available here. Then so search form is available. So when you select some drop down, click on search button, the inquiries should be filtered. The inquiries should be filtered. Okay, so then what we are going to do here, display the records in the table format. We have given edit option. Currently for edit, there is no action available. First, we need to implement filter condition. Okay. Now, if you refresh or if you click on view inquiries here, and if you click on classroom and search, currently there is no method available to handle search request. View dashboard method available, add inquiry method available, view inquiries method available. But for search, there is no method. For edit, there is no method. So when I click on search, based on the conditions, I have to retrieve the records and I have to display the records here. I need to retrieve the records and I need to display the records here based on my filter condition. Okay. So for the handling the filter, first you need to write one method, that is a post request method, public string filter inquiries. Public string filter inquiries. So when we are going to filter the inquiries, form data will come, that is filter request, view inquiries filter request. view inquiries filter request object will come, and I'm going to take the model object, because what are the filter conditions they are selecting? They may select one filter, they may select two filters, they may select all the filters also. So whatever the filter they are selecting, so I need to know the filter conditions first. Then I need the session, because which counselor is doing the filter, who logged in into the application, I need that counselor ID. So HTTP servlet request comma model object I am taking. So by using this servlet request, I'm going to get the session object. I'm going to get the session object here. Sorry. So by using the request object, first I will get the session object here. I'm going to get the session object. So with this session, I will get the counselor ID. With this session, I'm going to get the counselor ID. To display the filtered records, what we need to do? We need to send the data back to the same page by using form binding object. So this is the logic. Return the response to the same page. With this, I want to, you can develop a new page for the filter, or you can use the same page also to display the filtered records. Okay, view filter request is available. Then you can use view inquiries filter request. So if you use this as a form binding object, then it will be easy for you. When you resubmit the form, then the same page will be displayed. View inquiries page.html. So view inquiries filter request object I am binding. Then once the form is submitted, I will get the records which are filtered based on the conditions, and I will return same page. Return view inquiries page only. I need to get the records based on the filter condition, based on the counselor ID. Right. Go to inquiry service. Is there any method available to filter? Yes. Get inquiries with the filter method is available. Did we implement this method? Yes. Get inquiries filter method we have implemented. By using example option, we have already implemented by using query by example. So in the inquiry controller, I'm going to use inquiry service dot get inquiries with the filter. Filter request object available, counselor ID also available. I'm getting inquiries list now. Okay. Again, we need to save this inquiry list in the model object. Then we are returning inquiries page. So enqueues inquiries list object is available. I am returning that to this method. Okay. Filter inquiries method I have implemented now. Let me map it to a post request. Search form, right? I'm taking this as a post mapping. So form request I have given filter inquiries. Okay, when you submit this form, it will go to filter inquiries method available in the inquiry controller. So this is mapped to a post request. I'm taking inquiries filter request object filter conditions I'm going to get now, and servlet request object I'm taking, model object I'm taking. So I'm getting the existing session, counselor ID I want. Okay. So when I am filtering also, based on that logged in counselor only, I need to filter the data. So I got the counselor ID from the session. Then I'm calling get inquiries with the filter. When I go for get inquiries with the filter, so if filter condition, if you select a class mode, then based on the class mode, records will be filtered. If you select the filter conditions, find by ID set counselor object. If you select the filter condition with the course name, based on the course name, it will filter. If you select inquiry status, based on the inquiry status, will filter. Counselor ID is common to filter the data. Then it is going to return filtered records based on the given counselor ID. So whatever the list of records we are getting after filter, then we are adding them in the model. We are sending to the view page. So same view page will be displayed again with the filtered records. Okay, good. So with this, we are done with the filter implementation. Let's try. Is it working as expected or not? So this is one method I have created to filter the records. In the view inquiries, I'm using form binding for the filter request. Then I created one method called filter inquiries method. When you submit the search button, then this method will be called. It will take the counselor ID from the session. Then it will get the records from the service layer. I kept a breakpoint so that we will do the debugging and we will understand. Log out, then log in again. Click on login. Yes, we are able to log in. Total, there are 7 inquiries available for the robot. 5 are open. 1 is enrolled. Another one is lost. So total, there are 7 available. 5 are in open state. 1 person done the payment. 1 person joined in the other institute. So open inquiries, enrolled inquiries, lost inquiries available. Now go to view inquiries. When you go for view inquiries, all the records are coming. When we go for view inquiries, all the records are coming. Okay, here we are displaying basically inquiry ID. So 1, 2, 3 is not available, 4, 5, 6, 7 not available because in between some other counselor added the inquiry. So instead of displaying the inquiry ID, you can display the serial number also. So how to display the serial number? In the order I want to display. So if you want to display in the serial number, you can change this table instead of displaying the inquiry ID. So multiple people are working. So instead of displaying the inquiry ID, you can display the serial number. Okay. So serial number display in the time leaf table, right? Serial number display in time leaf table. So any idea how to display the serial number in the time leaf?
Using index.
Based on the index we need to display, right? So whatever the item we are getting, here inquiry we are getting. So inquiry based on the index I need to display that. Okay. So inquiry dot index. Let me take this inquiry dot index +1. Is it going to work? No, it is not working. To display this one with the index, I will take index start dot index start +1. Yes, now we are getting the serial number. So earlier I have displayed the ID. Now I am going to take this index start, any name you can give. So this is the list I am going to iterate. Each object from the list will be stored to this variable, and this is the counter, loop counter. You can give this one as loop counter. So how many times the loop is executing? Loop counter. Loop counter dot index +1. Loop counter index will start from 0. 0 + 1 I am adding. So the loop counter starts from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 inquiries available for the robot. Okay, go to view inquiries. 7 inquiries available. Now let us apply filter and see. So in these 7 inquiries, guys, for classroom, only 1 inquiry is available. So let us select the inquiries based on the classroom. DevOps classroom open. Okay, so I'm selecting classroom, course name as DevOps, open inquiry. So based on these conditions, only 1 record should come. Based on these conditions, only 1 record should come. And let me add one more thing also. In the search page, I will give one default option. If you don't select anything, then it will give all the values. Option value is empty. I will give the option as a select. By default, empty option will be available. If you want, you can select the option. If you don't select, then it will give all the records. Go to view inquiries. Now select option is coming. Select means by default nothing. Now I will select class mode as classroom. For robot, only 1 inquiry available for the classroom, that is for DevOps open, that is from Geeta. Now go to this debug mode, inquiry controller, filter inquiries method is available. I kept a breakpoint. Now click on search. Please select an item in this one. Why it is mandatory? Did I made it mandatory? No, required. Okay. Remove this required. These fields are not mandatory. Search is optional, right? They can select any field or they no need to select also. Select only classroom, click on search. Then request is sent to the controller. Now in the controller, filter method is getting called. Okay, filter method is getting called. Go to the next line, check it. Counselor ID, robot ID is 3, I got it. Now go inside this service method, guys. Let's check this. In the service method, what is happening? Now you check the request object, filter request object. What we got? In the filter, we got only class mode. We selected the class mode as classroom. Course name is nothing. Inquiry status is nothing. So in the filter, in the search option, I selected only class mode as classroom. Now it will check the conditions. If class mode is not empty, why directly went here? Okay, I pressed F8. That's fine. F8, see that? Are we able to get only one record? Geeta record belongs to the classroom. I selected class mode as classroom and I searched it. I'm getting only one record. Okay. Now, similarly, if I select some other conditions and if I search it, now see online. If I go with online, except Geeta record, we need to get all the other records. Except Geeta record, we need to get the other records when we go for class mode as online. Now, selecting class mode as online, click on search option. Now, we got the request with the breakpoint. F6, next line, get the counselor ID. Counselor ID is 3. Robot is logged in. So, robot ID we are getting. Then go inside the service method. Inside the service method, you can check the filter request. In the filter, I selected only one thing, class mode, which is online. Course name I have not selected, inquiry status I have not selected. If you see my search form, I selected only class mode as online. Okay, then F6, class mode. If it is not empty, then only I am setting the class mode to the inquiry object. So this is a QBE, guys, dynamic query. Whatever the filter condition you select, based on that query will be prepared. So class mode is selected. In the filter request, if you see, class mode is selected, only online selected. No course name, no inquiry status. So only first if condition will be satisfied. Okay. Second if condition, course name is not empty. No, not satisfied. Inquiry status, I have not selected, not satisfied. Counselor ID, yes, we have. Set the counselor ID to the inquiry object. So I want to retrieve robot inquiries belongs to online. Okay. Online is the filter I selected. Robot is logged in. Robot online inquiries I want to filter. Then F6. For the inquiry object, I am setting the class mode and I am setting the counselor ID. Then example.off. So with this example object is created, repository.find all. So we have executed our query with the filter conditions. So what happened now? Select a star from table, join with the counselor table where counselor ID is equal to given value, where the given values, what are the values that we have supplied? Class mode we have given. So we have not given course name, we have not given inquiry status. Okay. By executing a join query, we are able to retrieve the inquiries. Now, whatever the list of inquiries we are getting, 7 inquiries available for the robot. In that 7, 6 online, 1 offline. Now I am getting the 6 records. Geeta record is a classroom record, we are not getting. The remaining records we are getting. Okay, so 6 records we are getting. Geeta record is not coming because Geeta belongs to classroom inquiry. We are getting online inquiries now. In this online also, I want to check for Java. I want to retrieve only Java inquiries. So out of online for the robot, there are 6 online inquiries available. In that 4 inquiries are related to Java, 2 related to Python. Now let me select the course name as Java and click on search. Java online inquiries I want to filter. Robot want to filter Java online inquiries. So online 6 for robot total, if you see, for the robot there are total 7 inquiries available. If you go to view inquiries, so 7 inquiries are there. In the 7, 1 is a classroom, 6 online. In that online, 4 related to Java, 2 related to Python. Now I want online Java inquiries. 2 filter conditions I am selecting. Click on search option. So breakpoint is available. So go to this method, F6, I'm getting the counselor ID who logged in, ID 3. ID 3 belongs to robot. Go to the service layer method, filter request. You check it in the filter request, what conditions you have selected. So in the search form, I have selected filter, class mode as online, course name as Java. Status I have not selected, status is empty. Now string utils dot is not empty of class mode. Class mode is selected as online. Course name selected as Java. Status not selected. Counselor ID logged in person 3. Then set the inquiry object with the counselor ID. Then example object. So whatever the data you set to the entity, based on that query will be prepared. Now F8. We should get only 4 records. Yes, Java online 4 records available for the robot. In this 4 records, I want to filter open records. Who are open? Who has not enrolled? Okay. So Java online open records for the robot, 2 records available. Select the status as open, click on search. Okay. Now go here. F6. Filter. Go to the service method. In the filter, I have selected all 3 filters. So I selected class, I selected class mode, I selected course name, I selected inquiry status. Class mode I selected as online, course name I selected Java, status I selected as open. This is the beauty of the debugging. So I'm executing my code line by line. I'm understanding what is the data I'm getting from the search form. In the search form, filter request, mode is online, name is Java, status is open. Now, first condition will satisfy, is not empty, class mode is not empty, set it to the inquiry object. Okay. Second condition, course name is not empty, set it to the inquiry object. Third condition, status is not empty, set it to the inquiry object. Counselor ID, get the counselor record based on the logged in ID. 3 belongs to robot. Get the counselor ID, set it to the counselor. Then with this, my inquiry object contains filter conditions. So whatever the data you set to the inquiry object, based on that, query will be prepared dynamically. This is the JPA query by example concept. Now find all with the example. If you call only find all, it will retrieve all the records. I am not calling only find all. I am calling find all method with example object. So filter conditions will apply. F8. Okay, now you see there are only 2 records open for Java online belongs to robot. Are we able to implement dynamic search, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now if I remove status, I will filter Java online, 4 records available. Click on search. Now you go to this method, F6, counselor ID I got, filter request. Now in the filter, 2 conditions, online, Java. Online mode, Java is the course name I have selected. Okay, F6. Class mode is online, course name is Java, status is empty. I have not selected any status. Okay, status is empty. It is not empty, condition will not satisfy. So for the inquiry object, I am not setting the status. Counselor ID I will set to the inquiry, that is a logged in counselor. Now F8. For Java, online, 4 inquiries available. How many people paid for Java? I want to see all the paid people for Java. Java enrolled. Enrolled means paid people. Any class mode, online or offline, Java paid people. For Java, how many paid people available? Only Anil has done the enrollment. Only Anil has done the enrollment for the Java. Click on search. Java enrolled. Okay. Then again, filter condition. Okay. So in the filter condition, if you see Java paid people, right? F6. Class mode I have not selected. So this line is not executed. Course name I selected. So line number 70 executed. Status I have selected enrolled. Line number 74 executed. Line number 66 not executed because mode I have not selected. Find by ID, counselor record I retrieved. Counselor object I am setting to the inquiry. Inquiry object I am setting to the example. Example object I am setting to the find all. Now only 1 record. Anil has done the payment for the Java. Java enrolled people, only Anil is available. Are we able to implement the filter? If I click on view inquiries, I will get all the 7 inquiries. If I select only classroom and if I filter, now let me disable the breakpoint. Classroom, click on search. Geeta DevOps is available. Click on search. Only Geeta DevOps is coming. If I select online, for online, there are 6 records available. Online, Python, course name is Python. Select. Only 2 records available. Python, enrolled inquiries, nothing is available. I'm not getting anything. If I don't have any data, I should display a message, no records found. So if records are not available as per my filter, I need to display a message, no records found message. Okay, how to display no records found message?
List size is 0, then we can display no records.
All conditions are not satisfied.
If list is empty, whatever the list we are sending to the UI, if the list, this course list is there, inquiries list is available. If the inquiry list is empty, then we need to display no records found message. Okay, so how can we display no records found message if the list is empty? In the table body, TR is available. I will write one TR. Inside this TR, I will check a condition. Okay, so inside this TR, TH colon if whatever the list we are using, if that list is empty. Okay, so list, that is inquiries dot list dot inquiries dot is empty, or else inquiries dot size is equal to 0. Inquiries dot size is equal to 0. If size is equal to 0, I will display a message, no records found. Okay, let us see, is it going to work or not? View inquiries. I want to select Python enrolled. No records found message is coming. Okay, the no records found message should come to the entire table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns available. So for this TD, I will set call span is equal to 7. Call span is equal to 7. Now let me click on this search again. So it is coming to the entire table. Call span is available. Now you select online Python enrolled. Nobody is available. View inquiries. So when the list is size is not 0, the table row will be displayed. If the list size is 0, that means if there are no records available in the list, then I will get a message, no records found message in the table. Now if I select classroom, AWS, lost, no records available. Now if I remove all the filters and search, I will get the records. I want to see only lost inquiry. Vishnu Java is lost. He came to our institute for the inquiry, but he joined in the other institute. I want to see Java lost inquiries. Course name is Java lost. Vishnu should come. Yes, Vishnu record is coming. Are we able to implement view inquiries with the filter?
Yes.
Guys, come on.
Yes, yes.
Are we able to implement view inquiries with the filter?
Yes.
So now what is pending in project now?
Edit.
Edit.
Edit. When I click on edit, nothing is happening. When I click on edit, nothing is happening. So what should happen? When I click on edit, it should go to add inquiry page now. Here you can create one more page, or you can use the same page to display the fields. And when you modify this one, status, generally we will modify the status and we will save. Then that inquiry should be updated. Currently it is open. He has done the payment. Then click on edit, then update the status to enrolled and complete that. So edit and update functionality pending. So dashboard is ready. Now log out. So you can log in again, ashok@gmail.com, password. If I log in, I have only 2 inquiries, view inquiries, only 2 records. AWS online open. Course name is AWS open. Only 1 record is coming. Selected classroom AWS. Classroom AWS open. No records available. So this will work for all the users available in our application, all the counselors available in the application. So in Ashok IT also we are having same kind of functionality for our counselors. Whenever you do the inquiry, they will note down your data here, and they will follow up, and they will send you a message in the WhatsApp, and they will change your inquiry status also. So this kind of a project is there in the Ashokite. Once the work is completed, log out. Fine, guys. Now the question is, are you able to implement this functionality or not?
Yes,
That
sir.
is the biggest question now.
Sir, I'm getting error like no property ID found for type counselor, sir. Did you mean password like that? I'm getting error, sir.
Okay, sir. Errors I will check in the tomorrow session, sir. Today, so I started half an hour late, and I have another class at 9:30.
Okay, sir. Okay. Also,
Okay.
Git commit also not working for me, sir.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow I will see all your issues.
Right. And breakpoint, sir, are you putting breakpoint manually, sir, or it is going automatically, sir?
No,
when
sir.
you
We
click
need to
F6?
put the breakpoints manually, sir.
Manually. Okay. Sometimes we don't know the flow, right, sir? How
You
we
need
have
to know the
place-
flow. As a developer, you should know the flow.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, one other question. That loop, I am not clear, sir. The filter, you put some loop there, right, sir? Can you please explain one quick time, sir? That one.
Which one?
The filters, you put some loop condition there, right, sir, to go through
This
those.
is the loop.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
the list we are getting, we are iterating. You know, for each loop in the Java,
Right.
same loop we are writing in the time loop. This
Time
is the
loop.
list. This is the object.
Okay, and we are
From this
getting
list,
each
I want
value.
to take one object. That object data I want to print.
Okay, okay, sir. Got it, got it. Thank you, sir.
Fine, guys. So with this, I'm stopping now. Tomorrow is the deadline for you to submit the project. Only edit functionality is pending. So tomorrow I will explain that edit functionality also. Okay. Good. Fine, guys. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll meet in the tomorrow session.
So one thing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Is it possible to, one day break of, tomorrow? Because
Tomorrow,
after come from office,
if I
very
give the
hard to
break,
do.
if I give the break tomorrow, then Sunday we need to have the class.
And that's okay. I need one day to do all the coding. Coming from office, it is very difficult to do in night. Doing till 12 a.m. also in night. Still, many things are left.
Okay. So what to
From
do,
last.
guys? Tomorrow you want to break, or you want me to complete the edit functionality?
Sir, Sunday I have other things to take care, sir.
Sir, I have only Sunday to spend for other stuff, so I can't.
So let's take the class tomorrow. Sunday we can take a break. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. We have class, regular class tomorrow.
Hello.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, sir.